Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida. And we're waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the service center in California. You got it. And I live in the panhandle of Florida near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. And Karina is from Caracas, Venezuela, the mountains of Venezuela, and also close to the beach, amazingly enough. And she is now a legal resident of Bogota, Colombia, actually since July 2018. And we are waiting and waiting and waiting, just like you guys, for your K1 visa to get approved so that you can get to the next step and schedule your visa interview at the embassy through MVC processing. Once the National Visa Center's got it, they process it and send it off to the embassy, and then you get started. Come on along. This is a young lady. She has a question about birth certificates, and here's a video for her because this is your channel, guys. So this young lady said, has anyone in India faced a problem regarding their birth certificate? Question mark. I'm the K1 visa beneficiary. Congratulations. And I don't have my birth certificate. So this is a young lady in India who doesn't have her birth certificate. The U.S. Embassy obviously is going to require it and translate it into English by a certified translator if necessary, and also when she adjusts her status in the United States. So how does she get her birth certificate for her K1 visa? Now, if a copy of the birth certificate, ladies and gentlemen, is not available upon you after exhausted efforts, you have done everything you possibly can to try to find your lost birth certificate, here is what USCIS says that you can do. USCIS will allow you, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, to submit a written explanation, a notarized personal affidavit in which you fully describe the facts of your birth certificate and the reason you can't get a certified copy. You got to write a mother, I lost my birth certificate letter to USCIS, notarized and personal, and then you got to back up that letter with secondary evidence, okay? You could have, let's say, a baptismal certificate, census records. Go into the census records in the country you live in, see if you can find your registration of your birth. You could maybe find the doctor that your mom was working with, the maternity hospital, and find out if she or he has a record of your birth. The young lady in India or in any country, doesn't matter what country, England, Nigeria, Brazil, Colombia, wherever, okay? You could contact the government, local offices, and see if they have a record of your birth certificate. An original document is always good from appropriate government agencies in your home country, okay? And then if they don't have a record of it, they can write a letter for you with an explanation stating why your birth record does not exist, okay? So your local government officials could write a letter and say, well, we can't find her birth certificate, his birth certificate, and here's the reason why, and then it has official government letterhead, and then they sign it and date it, blah, you're done, okay? If you went through all those channels, guys, and you couldn't find any secondary evidence, okay, there's no secondary evidence available to you. Okay, you could get your mom and dad, your parents, your grandparents, a family member who is older than you, okay? They could write a letter too, affidavit, a personal letter, a personal affidavit stating, yeah, that you were born here on this day and we can't find the birth records, and we attest and we certify and we swear, okay, that this is true and correct, okay? And you get a close relative who's older than you to do it if you don't have your mom and dad, and they must attest to having knowledge of your birth in detail. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. USCIS understand things happen, documents get lost, records get lost. It's around the world. And that is the solution to the answer to the question of the young lady in India who asked, what do I do about my lost birth certificate? And we will see you soon, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, with your K1 and K2 visas in your hand. This is the land of positivity. You will get your visa so long as you are patient, patient, patient. Okay, don't try to rush. Stay busy, stay occupied. Don't be moping around. Don't be stressing. Okay, you will get your visa. Just relax. Go with the flow. If you are suffering from some kind of anxieties from this K1 visa process, we understand that too, okay? And you know, I'm not a doctor. I'm a real estate agent in Florida, but here are some remedies to help calm your nerves. You could take vitamin B1, otherwise known as thiamine, okay? Vitamin B1 will help you with anxiety. Vitamin D, you need lots of vitamin D. You need vitamin D. That will give you, that will help you with your anxiety, will calm you down. Magnesium and potassium and other great vitamins that you can take, and that's found in kale, broccoli, cabbage, greens, Brussels sprouts, etc. Radish. Our friends in England know all about Brussels sprouts and cabbage. They have it with their Sunday dinner with gravy, Bisto gravy. You've got this, guys. Thanks for watching. Relax. We will help you through this process.
I'll be back.